believe it. They pulled it out. What a call. What a play. What a game.
I've been going hard from the night into the daylight, telling them all that yesterday's price is not the same price. Eating up wings for breakfast, I can tell you what it tastes like. Wake up and I see red and I still don't got no brake lights. Yeah, feeling super fly. I look in the mirror, see ambition in my eyes. Got more than one formula, they love the way I drive. Yeah, I've been apprised, there's no need to be surprised. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Tryna get a big stack in my bag. Boy, you know I'm getting to it, it's like that. Tryna get a big stack in my bag. Yeah, you know I'm getting to it, it's like that, like that. Hey, never feeling the pressure, please not at all. I walk in when it's crunch time, leaves in the fall. Woman on me, only hit my name on a roll call. It's like there is no ground beneath my feet, I got no flaws. Still humble, but just don't get it confused. You know who I am, there's no need to introduce. I am one of one, they can't stand it, but it's true. Sicker than the average, ain't no challenge that's immune. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Tryna get a big stack in my bag. Boy, you know I'm getting to it, it's like that. Tryna get a big stack in my bag. Yeah, you know I'm getting to it, it's like that, like that. Big stack, big stack in my bag. It's like that, like big stack in my bag. You know I'm getting to it, like that, like.
Can I talk my?
Come on.
That other side.
The Oakley way.
Today, from Las Vegas, Nevada, Super Bowl 58. And the Miami Dolphins taking on Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Miami Dolphins taking on the champs from the other side, the NFC, the Arizona Cardinals. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And CD, what a run for these Dolphins. Remember, they were bounced in the first round of the playoffs last year, but they are back as the AFC's representatives in Super Bowl 58.
And, partner, it's been a long time since their last Super Bowl triumph. That was back in 1974, and no one on this team was even alive when that happened, including their head coach. So plenty to play for here tonight, trying to add another Lombardi trophy to their arsenal.
And meanwhile, for the Cardinals, this is an organization that's made it to the big game just once before. They lost to the Steelers in Super Bowl 43, but this team committed to bringing that first ever Super Bowl title to the state of Arizona.
And along the way, they've retooled a number of times. Coaching staff, front office, roster turnover. Finally, they got it right, and they got back to the big game.
The final act of the 2023 season is at hand. What a spectacle in Las Vegas. We're off in Super Bowl 58. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Boy, what a disastrous start to a Super Bowl. A fumble on the opening kickoff.
You don't expect a big momentum chance this early, partner, but we're going to get one right here.
Escaping the pressure right. Shakes off the sack. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And you know, I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to the...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The turnovers, obviously, Charles, always costly, but man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. On play action, here's Tua. He'll dump this off to Achane. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. From the 35, here's a 2nd and 7. Here's Tua. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 47. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. This is 2nd and 8. Tua going to throw. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. The sack goes to Chris Barnes.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a pressure gets to him again. Kaiser White, the former safety, gets the sack. They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they took their shot. That one was kind of up for grabs that time. And you've got to be careful defensively not to make contact too early. But that was textbook right there to get in tight and force the incompletion.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Murray now to throw. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Calling a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. They're going for it. Hits Murray. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Cardinals first down, and he'll have it by plenty, as it turns out to be a big gainer there on 4th down. Murray now. Flush to his right. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. To throw, it's Murray. They'll roll him out right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
And that is a historic run for him, partner. With that pickup, he just broke Lamar Jackson's 2019 record for most yards in a season by a quarterback. No one has done it better across a 16 or 17-game schedule. Now his name will be forever linked with the best runners to ever play at that position.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Pass over the middle tipped, but he still brings it in. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That brings us to the end of one in Super Bowl 58. Much more to come from Las Vegas after this. Can't wait to see what the second quarter has in store. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Steps away to his left. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Throwing now is Murray. Flushed out right. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Not the first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. Being chased out left. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cardinals post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
No. Davis from the top rope. I like it. Now Matt Prater for the point after. Oh, they pitch to the tight end. It's a fake. And that one goes virtually nowhere. Tried to fake extra point, but nothing comes of it. I thought the days of the fake extra point were numbered once they moved these kicks back to the 15. Apparently I was mistaken.
Yeah, I was wondering who was ever going to try to do this. In fact, I quit wondering. I didn't think it would ever happen. Taking a fake from the 15-yard line to try and pick up an extra point, I didn't think anyone would ever call this.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. First and 10. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. Again, it's Achane. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he's a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's second down and 7. From midfield, here's Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 24-yard line. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley-Cox, the tight end. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll run. Achane. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make...
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from taking the lead in this Super Bowl. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they take the lead here at 7-6. After the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. First down, Murray. Oh, he brings it in off the deflection. A huge play there for Arizona. 41 yards. Throwing on first down is Murray. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes, it attracts a little bit of extra attention, and it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. Here's Murray. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
And cue the applause, and there it is for him, the mark he's been aiming for all season long. 1,000 yards. Just the 3rd quarterback to reach that milestone, joining Lamar Jackson and Michael Vick. That's a season's worth of work and a huge commitment to get him the touches that he needed to make that happen. Congratulations.
Now Murray throwing on 2nd down, eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders. Murray with a 3rd and long. And it's caught on the deflection. And this is going to be a touchdown. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. And he puts this one through as the lead moves to 13-7. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Here's 2nd and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Oh, Hill, great grab. Down the left sideline, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, as the first half is winding down, and the Dolphins have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead into the locker room. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And that is incomplete. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
He's going to let it go again. A contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment.
These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And able to get this out to the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they trail here in the Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly the way they planned in the first half. To me, they appeared to be a little bit tight, made a few errors they normally wouldn't. But, of course, this is the Super Bowl, so things get a little bit heightened in that regard. But I think they have to feel a little fortunate. They're only down what they are here starting the third quarter.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now it's 2nd and 10. Murray going to throw. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Now Murray. And he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Jalen Phillips coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching.
And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That pass was heavily defended on 3rd down, but you know what? He's one of the best in the league at body control, and he showed you why there.
So with that,
and he fights his way in, not giving up, and it's a Cardinal touchdown. James Conner, a 3-yard touchdown run, and the Cards have regained the lead in the second half of this Super Bowl.
And maybe that's the magic touch right there. They didn't use him at all in the first half, at least running the football. But here they entrust him with some work down in the red zone, and he responds. 1 carry, 1 touchdown.
Jonathan Gannon making the call. They'll line up to go for 2. It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray escaping the pressure right. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on a 2-point try. Tried to roll out, make a play outside of the pocket, but couldn't get it done.
When you don't have a lot of space for your receivers to operate, and down there it's really condensed when you're snapping the ball from the 2-yard line, rolling out, you extend a play, but you don't necessarily open up better avenues for people. And on that play, there's just nowhere to go with the ball, and you end up getting sacked.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Here's Achane to start the drive. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 9. Achane here, they stay on the ground. And he's free going down the left side. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base and score.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Achane gets it from the gun, and only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got, look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score, a fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. Now Prater to add the PAT. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. He's got it at the 10.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare
I was going to ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film when it goes to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Play action. Now it's Tua. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Tua sets up to pass it. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hill. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now a 2nd and 2. Up the middle, Achane. Shifts by him and bulldozing his way through. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Oh, good move. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 46 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. On first down, Tagovailoa. Open man is Waddle, complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We are through 3 quarters of play here from Allegiant Stadium in Super Bowl 58. Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down. From the gun, it's Tua. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. 2nd and 10. Tua to throw again. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle from 17 yards out. And the Dolphins have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. The two are going to try and throw for it. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And, partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A one-score game, fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. That one goes for 30 yards. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Flushed, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray punching it in from a yard away. And the Cardinals are starting to pull away in the fourth quarter of this Super Bowl. And that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a two-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Extra point good by Prater. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, you know, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. A good start there on first down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays.
And it's a fumble. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. From the 20, here's a second down and 4. And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the first down and then slides to the ground. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Rolling to his right. And he fends him off. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Cardinals are feeling good as they extend their lead in the Super Bowl. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the fourth quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Well, that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
So Tua and the Dolphins down by 16. A minute 46 to go. There he goes, right side. Down the sideline he goes. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Dolphins get a bit closer. Here's Tua. They're going to try and run. And they will get back to within 1 score as he is into the end zone, and the lead's cut to 8 here in the 4th. So here we go. They'll need the recovery, obviously, then a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie. And the Cardinals' hands team able to secure the football. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3-and-out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
2nd down and 8. Back to throw it, Murray. This is taken in by McBride. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. To throw is Murray. He's got it. Touchdown, Cardinals. Trey McBride from 17 yards out. And the Cardinals have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter.
Brandon, that touchdown certainly looks like the clincher to me.
Probably a little too much to overcome, don't you think?
I would agree. I say at this stage of the game, that touchdown should seal the fate.
Prater on to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown reception from Trey McBride. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. So now it's the Dolphins' turn. Trailing in this one now. A little over 80 ticks to go. They need 2 touchdowns and at least 1 2-point conversion mixed in there as well. Hills hit, and he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. A leap, and he's got it. Trey McBride, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Cardinals tack on another score as they have dominated this 4th quarter.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Prater for the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to. And now off to the races, down the right side. Jalen Waddle, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle with his third touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion, no good. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. And the Cardinals have done it. They're the kings of the NFL. Arizona, your Super Bowl champs. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.
Why would I hold a man for ransom when my scope like Richard Branson? Since the basement making items over seasons with the man, then black is seasoned with my patterns. Pretty girl, she think I'm handsome, just coasting through these mantras. I'm not bossing, I'm advancing, keep it moving, trying to be on before below. Wanna be intimate with soul, explode this war before I go. And that's some hours in my face, way. Now it's like work for 10K, all cause it is 10 gamers. been insane in the membrane since them days where we raved for 3 days and 4 nights and took them red-eye flights, hot straight off the plane and through the back door of the place. Then I stepped on stage, they were like, see the crowd going air, they were like, so I stepped on stage, they were like, ooh yeah. See the crowd going air, they were like, ooh yeah. Crazed and courageous, raised by some Zulu lions, taught to seek dangers, brave and defiant, boy, the Lord was doing favors, blaze through the fire, yeah, we had a few, lost a few wages, still coming rampant, misbehavior, flavors, still coming anti-up, rebelling with my ravers, still don't give a about who be the latest, can't be locked up in them cages, start living up to what the you think a day is.
But hey, what about it?
So I stepped on stage, they were like, see the crowd going air, they were like, so I stepped on stage, they were like, ooh yeah. See the crowd going air, they were like, ooh yeah.
Hey, used to have a silver tooth when I was just a pup, yeah. Now I got some killers who got shotties with the pumps. I don't wanna get